الذين يجتنبون كبائر الإثم والفواحش إلا اللمم.
Hi everyone. This time, we will visit the city of Syinqith, a country in the middle of the Sahara Desert with the best tradition of memorizing the Quran in the world.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم للفقراء الذين أحصروا في سبيل الله لا يستطيعون ضربا في الأرض يحسبهم الجاهل أغنياء من التعفف تعرفهم بسيماهم لا يسألون الناس إلحافا وما تنفقوا من خير فإن الله به عليم.
In countries where the majority of the population is Muslim, memorizing the Quran has become an inseparable part of life. However, of the many countries in this world, there is one on the African continent that has an extraordinary tradition of memorizing the Quran. The name of this country is Syinqith. In Syinqith, located in the dry and arid Sahara Desert, sandstorms often occur. However, in the midst of this harsh natural stress, the best Quran memorization tradition in the world was born here.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما غلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى.
The country of Syinqith is inhabited by a population of predominantly Arab tribes, most of whom are related to Sayyid Hassan and Hussein, the sons of Sayyid Ali ibn Abi Talib. Others are related to Anshar, and the rest are related to Humor. As a country that has the best tradition of memorizing the Quran in the world, Syinqith is highly respected by religious figures from all over the world. In addition to the wealth of knowledge possessed by the country of Syinqith, the education system, there is also known to be extraordinary in producing scholars who are recognized for their scientific credibility, especially in relation to the science of the Quran. Although almost drowned by sand, the people of Syinqith have a very great scientific tradition. They are known to have extraordinary memory power, ability, and speed of memorization, as well as having the best culture of memorizing the Quran in the world. In the tradition of the Syinqith community, a child who is 7 years old but has not been able to memorize the Quran will be considered a disgrace in the family. This is because, in general, children in the city of Syinqith have received Quranic education, even since they were in the womb. When there is a mother who is pregnant, the mother will not waste her time just sleeping, but the mother will spend the time when pregnant with Meuritania memorization until she feels tired. Then, when the baby is born, the family will be together, repeating the memorization in front of the baby almost all the time. Continued later, when they are able to read the Quran and are able to memorize it, their children will memorize it directly in front of their parents. Therefore, it would be impossible for children not to be able to memorize the Quran from an early age. Syinqith is located in an area called the Adrar Plain of Mauritania, a country located in North Africa. The country borders Mali to the east and south, Senegal to the southwest, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, the Western Sahara to the north and northwest, and Algeria to the northeast. Mauritania is the 11th largest country in Africa, with 90% of its territory located in the Sahara. Most of its 4.4 million inhabitants live in the temperate south, and about 1/3 of the total population is concentrated in the capital on the Atlantic coast. Syinqith, part of Mauritania, was founded in the 8th century and became a stopover for pilgrims on their way to Mecca. As well as a very important trade center during medieval times. Every day, thousands of camels entered the city, carrying resources such as gold, silver, and valuable woolen cloth. For centuries, the city has been a gathering place for pilgrims from the Maghreb on their way to Mecca. It was known as a holy city in its own right, especially for pilgrims who could not make the long journey to the Arabian Peninsula. The large number of pilgrims who visited the city, in turn, established a scholarly tradition in Syinqith, making it a center of Islamic studies in West Africa. Here too, schools were established, teaching rhetoric, law, astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. The city was also once famous as a gathering place for great scholars and as a place to discuss the finer points of Islamic law. As a traffic area for scholars, a number of large libraries were built here in order to house religious books that came from various regions, such as Egypt, the Maghreb, Algiers, and other regions. In its heyday between the 11th and 13th centuries, Syinqith had 24 libraries, which housed thousands of Arabic manuscripts. However, due to its deteriorating condition, today only 5 libraries remain in operation, housing around 1,300 Arabic manuscripts. Syinqith's deteriorating condition made many conservationists worried about the fate of the manuscripts. They persuaded the librarians to move the books to a safer place. But unfortunately, they were never willing to move them. For them, moving the ancient manuscripts meant breaking the chain of tradition that had lasted for centuries. That was reason enough to resist change. For them, moving ancient manuscripts would mean breaking the chain of tradition that had lasted for centuries. That was reason enough for them to resist change. For some people living in Syinqith, maintaining the library is also a major source of income for the locals, and they are proud to believe that Syinqith is the 7th holiest city in the Islamic world. Although the claim has not been recognized outside the West African region, in 1996, UNESCO designated Syinqith as a World Heritage Site. Although isolated and quite difficult to reach, the city has become the most visited tourist site in the country. Well, viewers of Islamic circles, until our meeting this time, I hope you all inspire. See you in the next video. Thank you.